Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac with another custom minifigure showcase video. And today we're going to take a look at the two main figures from AntMan, and that is AntMan here and Yellow Jacket. Now these two figures, I finished them and they've been done for a while now. It's just I haven't made a showcase video because that was during Brick Fair, and also I also wanted to make something with these two guys here. And I'm gonna some of you guys might have known by now because I posted on Instagram and Flickr. For those who don't know, well, you're gonna find out, and it's pretty sweet. And yeah, I didn't make Hank and Hope Van Dyne because I just don't have the time. I actually started on Hank Pym, by the way, but I'm gonna upload them as a spin-off showcase video because I just want to get these two guys done right off, because I know a lot of you guys been waiting, and those who met me at Brick Fair, you've seen an exclusive sneak peek of these two guys, so that's cool, and you get to see Yellow Jacket's back, all that stuff. And yeah, speaking of Brick Fair, I met a lot of great people, so yeah, I don't want to give them shout outs right now, but I'll do it in my Brick Fair video. Speaking of which, I'm actually still editing that goddamn thing, and it's like, that thing's like over an hour long of footage and stuff. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Well, Brick Fair has been a blast, and I enjoy meeting a lot of people there. So yeah, enough talking about that. Let's stay on topic and move on to this video. Starting with our first figure here, we have AntMan, Scott Lang himself, and this figure was actually the last minifigure I started, and the last one to be finished. And he's actually a really pretty simple minifigure for the most part, I guess, because he's not all fully painted. The one thing that I didn't paint it are parts of his leg, like here, and the torso, except for the red and black highlights and the back. Those are things I did not paint at all because I thought Lego did a really good job with the torso, and it's just the red can be a little bit different, but it doesn't really matter because I understand why they can't really do fitting effect. In fact, I actually talked to one the senior designer, Marcos Mbessa. He is a really cool guy, and he actually designs superhero sets. And then the complaints I had in my head, like what Lego did wrong with their sets, I actually do understand why they kind of struggle with that thing. So it all makes sense, but that still doesn't mean I totally forgive them. But it doesn't really matter because I fixed them anyway by painting them and stuff. So yeah, moving on. I understand now. A lot of people have complaints about the head. It's Ezra's face. I kind of do agree with them, like why they would feel this way. But the thing is, I don't watch Star Wars Rebels, so I don't know much about the show, and I don't know how annoying Ezra is. So I can't really judge him, but I have to say, Lego, they usually rehash heads for a while, and it is kind of sad that there is not at least one new head in the Ant-Man set. I do think that is disappointing. But I didn't think this face was that bad for Paul Rudd. All you need to do is just add some stubble, and you're basically done. So that's basically him, and I didn't really paint it for it back because I didn't really feel like to. Now, to remove his head, this is what I did for the helmet. I wanted to find a way how to include the string here, so that's what I did. I made a loop so that way, because he had these like two tube things coming down from the back. Oh yeah, speaking of which, how the heck does it connect to his back and connect to his helmet when he removes his helmet all the time? Like, how does the tube connect? It doesn't work. I guess just how does that happen? But it doesn't matter because that movie is still awesome, by the way. And all these painted details, I painted all those, and I sculpted green stuff inside because I thought it was ridiculous how Lego just made this open. But I guess the reason why is because the thing is, with Lego, all they have is concept arts for it. Like they had to design these sets and finish it way before the trailer is even released. So that means all they had was concept art. Now I guess one of the concept was for that they're gonna go with the open face, so they went with that. But once the trailer released and Marvel changed some stuff, they went with a closed mouth. And Legos, and basically, short stories. All right, to make this story short, Marvel basically keeps screwing up Lego every time. That's what Marco's been saying basically, because Marvel likes to make changes and stuff to the designs, and they never notify Lego about it because Lego has to like make sure the sets are finished right on time before the trailer and stuff. All that confusing situation. So yeah, so Lego is basically Marvel's fault that the Lego sets are inaccurate. So it was a pretty interesting story, and it's good that I learned it. And the torso here, Lego did a really good job. I just wanted to make sure there's like a little black effect, because the Ant-Man does have a kind of this little black, dark red effect fading, kind of like the Reverse Flash a little bit. So that's what I did. Back I didn't do anything because Lego did a really good job. The arm was all painted. It wasn't that hard to paint. I honestly didn't try, so that's why it's not my best paint job, but hey, whatever. I don't care. And the leg was all painted, like only the back side, the inside here, and on the part and the toes. But yeah, that's basically it. And so oh yeah, and he also does come with a hairpiece, and which is a sleepy hairpiece. And here it looks like with the sleepy hairpiece, and he actually does kind of look like Paul Rudd in my opinion. It actually does work a lot. And actually, I actually talked with Legomatic 9, and we both agree that Ezra's face it's actually not bad. It's just you just need stubble, and boom, he's a completely different person. And also we both don't want to waste our time painting faces. And because you know how annoying it would be to make sure everything's fully painted. Oh yeah, and also he might actually use the string design that I showed him because he thinks it looks better. So yeah, can't wait for that showcase video, man. If you're done with that. So moving on with the next figure, or should I say like 1.5 of the figure. Yeah, this is kind of hard to see. This little Ant-Man was all painted by me, and yeah, I actually liked what MGF did with using the little minifigure statues. I was thinking of going, one of those like game piece minifigures. I was thinking of using that at first, but then when I realized that Ant-Man's should be a lot smaller than that, this is what I went off with. Now, believe it or not, I didn't use a toothpick to paint this at all. It was actually all brush because I actually finished it yesterday, and that's why you can see the paint work is a little bit sloppy, because honestly I didn't try at all. So yeah, I might fix it later in the future, but so far I just want to get this done with, and I want to move on to the rest. So if you want to find out how tall is it, here's the normal minifigure. It's basically as big as a minifigure leg, you can see here. So yeah, this is pretty damn small. So it's not my best paint work, but I'm proud of it for what it is. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Please say you do. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically it for this little guy. Now we have this mother, and this guy is actually one of my favorite today. He's my number one so far, because yeah, now unlike a lot of people, I actually liked this villain in the movie. Sure, I do. He's not as fleshed out, but for what he is a better villain we had in the past. Like Ronan, Killian, Malekith. There are not good villains in the Phase 2, but he has to be pretty solid, because there's one thing that he does most. He actually communicates, and he actually develop relationship between different characters, like Hope, Hank, and Scott. He has some sort of relationship with them. He is a pretty cliche villain, but for what he is, I thought he's actually pretty solid. He's almost the same level as Abomination, because Abomination, his character arc is he's basically all crazy from that super soldier serum, and then he's all mixed with jealousy for the Hulk, and he wants his power, and boom, he becomes Abomination. He's kind of the same thing. So because what Pym Particles does, a lot of people don't understand this, but Pym Particles can actually affect your mind, and it actually happened to Hank Pym. Again, people just don't pay attention to the movie, I guess. Maybe because they're just people who just don't like those typical people who are just sick and tired of Marvel, so they just have to find reasons to hate it. But yeah, Pym Particles can actually mess your brain up, just like what the super soldier serum can do. So, and that's exactly what happens to Darren Cross. So he's not evil for the sake of being evil. He's evil because he's being manipulated. So yeah. So anyway, now moving on to Yellow Jacket. This was actually I did not agree with Lego using dark gray, but again, that's because of probably concept art. So I understand their situation now, but I still want to make it accurate to the movie though. What they did with Yellow Jacket, it's not as bad as I think. It's just I just wish they kind of changed the color a little bit. So yeah, here's his helmet, and oh yeah, and the face was all painted. Lego used a Loki / Bruce Wayne / whatever head whatever else that head was used. That's fine for Corey's. I guess that is fine for Corey Storer, because he's just a bald guy with eyes and mouth. So yeah, the face they used for what Lego used for their Yellow Jacket's face, I don't find that bothersome. I think that's all right. But I still want to try and paint something different at least. I use that head for Agent Galahad anyway. Just paint glasses and it looks like him. So here's that helmet. And this is actually one of my favorite parts of the minifigure. And Lego did a good job for the printing and with the helmet mold, but you know me, I just like to add my own design though. And the beehive design, wow, that was really tedious because that was actually done with a toothpick. I had to like sharpen it a little bit so that way I can make all these dots. Even the dots here, they still don't look that great because there's some that are bigger than others, but I just don't care about it. And here's a back. Oh yeah, and if you guys want to find out what I did for the back, this is how I made it. So you have these arms connected with this little clip piece, and you have these two nozzles onto this this piece, whatever it is. Oh yeah, you guys should know what this piece is anyway, and that's how I made it. So yep, there is your breakdown of the stinger apparatus on his back. And the reason why I went with this because first of all, I don't want to copy MGF's design, and second, I want to find a way how to make this thing posable. There are still some problems with the design because the arm is a little bit too thick, and the part, and a lot of people, I think some people said the arms are a little bit way too down, but believe it or not, that's actually how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be below his back, down below his back, but above his waist. So this position, it's correct. It's just the way that the arms look, like the thick. It's pretty thick. It's a little bit bothering, even for me. But I try to make sure that nothing's glued or nothing is like cut apart or anything like that. This is all purist and built in, and yeah. And I'm actually pretty proud of the stinger apparatus, and it was really fun to paint actually. And speaking of painting, like his legs, there's so many details on this thing. My gosh, this minifigure is hands down one of my favorites so far, I say. And yeah, and also if I have a little Ant-Man, why not have a little yellow jacket too? So yeah, so here's the little yellow jacket, and this guy, just like Ant-Man, I didn't use a toothpick at all, and I have to say, even he actually turned out a lot better than how Ant-Man looks in this little form because the paint is a lot more smoother and doesn't look that messy. Oh yeah, if you guys want to know what I used for the stinger apparatus, that was actually green stuff, and that was the tiniest thing I have to sculpt, and it was so annoying. It kept falling off, and every time when I try to sculpt it on, it keeps getting stuck on my finger. So every time when I try to pull it back, it stretches like up to here, and I have to reposition everything. And oh my gosh, it was just so frustrating. But you know what I did for this, even it's not that great, but it turned out pretty sweet. I have to admit, because you won't believe how hard it was to sculpt this just like that. You can see like this part of the stinger, it looks a lot thicker than this side. But I don't care because this thing is just impossible to do, and I try my best on it. Oh yeah, this guy is so freaking small. And yeah, it's just so interesting how small he could be. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's basically it for all these minifigures. And I guess we can just conclude this video because why not? That's all I need to say in this video. If you like this, give it a like and comment down below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Flickr. Did I say I don't know. So yeah, oh yeah, and I also got a second channel, and you can find it in my main channel. You know, the part when it has the different links. I have a second channel, and I'll upload, and that's where I'm gonna upload Sunday vlogs and movie reviews if I can. So yeah, so you can check it out there because like I said in my previous video, which was the cleanup some stuff. Yeah, my channel is a bit of a mess, so I need to make sure they're all organized. So yeah, and that's all I'm saying, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.